Hey guys, welcome back once again. In this video, I am gonna to show you how to override toolbar component in material table. Alright, as you can see here, I have a simple material table with some data. Okay, and you might have noticed at the top right corner of this table, I have few icons. So let me hover over on that. So it's saying toggle light dark theme. Okay. So basically, once I will click on this icon, the dark mode will be applied to this table. So let me show you. So here I clicked, icon got changed and dark mode got applied. Okay. So here if I click again here, again this icon will change and the light mode will apply to this table. Okay. And this second icon is gonna to do the same thing, but it is gonna to handle by using switch component. Okay, so as you can see, this switch is disabled right now and we have here light mode. So let me click on this. So here you can see this is enabled and we have dark mode right now. Okay, so both action icons have same functionality and it's depend on you which one you prefer more. Okay, so now below this icon I have another one text and it's saying the number of row is 4. Okay, so here I have overridden the toolbar component and I have added a grid over here, and inside this I am showing a text and that is gonna to give me information about the how many row table contains. As of now, this table have only 4 rows, that's why it's showing 4 here. Okay, so now let's jump to the VS Code and override the toolbar component. Alright, so let's open SRC here and let's go to the app.js. Okay, and here in return, as you can see, I am rendering to heading. And after that I have a form control label. So basically this is the switch which is gonna to manage the dark mode and light mode. Okay, and here the material table, here I am passing 3 props: title, data and column, so which has been wrapped in material theme provider. Okay, so now let's come to the browser and have a look. So here as you can see, we have here one switch and we have our table. So now let me click on this switch and as you can see the dark mode got applied here. If I click again to this switch, the light mode will apply. Okay, so if you don't know how to apply dark and light mode, you can check the description of this video and I will recommend you to watch that video first and continue here. Okay, so now our task is to take this component over here on our toolbar component. Okay, so for that what we can do is, here we have to add an extra property to this material table and that is called actions. Okay, so here actions, and this action is gonna to take a array. Okay, and this array will have a object and this particular object is gonna to denote a particular action button. Okay, so here I need to provide some property, and first property is called icon and this is gonna to take a callback function. Okay, so here callback function, and now here I can define my component which one I want to render over there. So now as of now let's define button component and here let me call it as click me. Okay, so now the second property we have to provide here is tooltip. Okay, so on hover over which text you want to show. So here I will call it as toggle light dark mode. Okay, and the next property is gonna to be on click. So on click of the icon, what should happen? So here on click, and this is also gonna to take a callback function. So I will call it as console.log and here I will say clicked. So now let's save it and let's come to the UI. So now as you can see here, I have a actions, and here we are rendering our button component in each row. So now let me do right click, go to the inspect, and from here select this console. Okay, and now let me click on this button. So here as you can see, I clicked once and I got here our text message because we were doing the console log here. Okay, so now instead of rendering in each row, I want to render this action button only once and near to this search. Okay, so for that I have to add an extra property to this action component, and I will call it as is free action. Okay, and I will provide this value as a true. So now let me come back here, and now you can see we are not getting extra column, and in each row we are getting only once here. Okay, so now if I click here, you can see we got this. Instead of rendering this button component, we have to render our component. So here we have this component. Let's cut this component from here and let's paste it here. Okay, I saved it. Let's come back here, and now as you can see we have here our switch component, we have our tooltip, and we have here dark mode, the text basically, and it's working perfectly fine. Okay, so now what if I want to remove this, because we have tooltip. So for that what we can do is we can pass the switch component itself. Okay, and now here switch component, and let's pass there on change function. Okay, now we can remove this remaining thing completely because we don't want label anymore. So now let's come back here, and now as you can see we have this component. On click of this, it's got applied, and if I again clicked here, it's got removed. So now what if I want to toggle in icons? So I want as a second action button. So for that what we have to do is here one curly bracket. Okay, and this is gonna to be object, and basically we are gonna to define the same property. So here I will call it as icon, and this is gonna to take a callback function. And now here you can see we have our component here. Okay, so now what I want is I want to render two different icons. So for that here let's go to the Material UI website. Okay, and from here go to the component, and from here we can select the material icons. So here in data display we have material icons, so let's select this. Okay, and here we have 1000+ icon. So now what we have to search is we have to look for light and dark. So here I will search light. Okay, and here as you can see we are gonna to use this icon. So let's click on this, expand, and copy this, come to the component and paste it here. Okay, so basically this is gonna to display for the light, and now we have to search for the dark mode. So dark, and let's use this brightness 4. So let's copy this and come back here. Okay, and in order to use these icons you have to install a package that is called Material UI Icons. You can get the package name in description of this video. Okay, so now here come to the component, and instead of this button we want to render our custom icons. So for that here we are managing this prefer dark mode. So here prefer dark mode, if this value is true, okay, so I want to render there a icon which is gonna to show light mode. So basically here I will render the brightness 7. Okay, if this prefer dark mode is false, so I need to render there the another one, and that is called brightness 4 icon. Okay, so now save it and let's come to the browser. Okay, and here as you can see we have this icon. So now if I click on this icon, nothing is happening, we are getting only clicked. Okay, so now we have to handle here on click. So for this what we can do is on change, here we are calling this function called handle dark mode change. So on click of this icon we have to call this function only. So here handle change. Okay, so now save it and let's come back here. Okay, so now if I click on this icon, as you can see the dark mode got applied, and if I click again here the light mode got applied, and here you can see the icon is now for the dark mode. If I click, we have here icon for light mode. Okay, so now we have successfully shifted this action button here. So now our task is to insert a row in toolbar component and display a custom message. Okay, so for that let's come to the VS Code. So we need to add another one property to this material table, and that is called components. Okay, and basically this is gonna to take a object, and here we have to define which component we want to override. So here I will call it as toolbar, and this is gonna to take a callback function which is gonna to give me a props. So here the props and this function. Okay, so now let's return a div here and save it, and let's come to the UI. Okay, so as you can see here we are not getting anything there, and this is happening because we are returning here empty div. Okay, so whatever the things we are getting, in order to return those things we have to import another one component, and that is called mtable toolbar, and that is gonna to come from the material table. Okay, so here let's write this mtable and here toolbar component. Okay, so now whatever the props we are getting here we need to pass to this component. So I will call it as props, and let's spread this one. Now save it, and now let's come back to the browser. Okay, so now we are getting everything as it is, but now we are overriding. So suppose I want to add an extra row there. So for that what I have to do is I can import a grid. Okay, and here I can define some properties. So let's call it as here a style and padding 15 pixel. Okay, and here inside this I will call it as number of rows, and let's hardcode this value as a 9. Now save it and let's come back here. Okay, so now you can see we got this text over here, and this is what we are looking for. We want to insert and we are getting right now. Okay, so below this grid what I can do is I can use a divider which is gonna to add a line between this 9 and this name. Okay, so here I will call it as divider, and this is also gonna to import from the material UI. Okay, so now save it, let's come back, and now we will have here divider as you can see. Okay, so now we want to take this text in right side. So here on grid we have to provide another one property that is called align. Okay, and now we can provide this value as a right. Now save it and let's come back. Okay, so now as you can see our text in right side. So it's not looking good, so let's wrap in a typography. So for that, here let's come back, and here, so let's import typography from the material UI. Okay, and whatever the text we have, let's pass it. And here we have to define here variant. So in variant I will call it as a subtitle 2. So here the variant, and I will pass subtitle 2. Now save it, and let's come back here. Okay, so now as you can see, number of row 9, and it's look perfect, isn't it? So now our task is we have to make this value dynamic, because as of now we have hard coded this value. So for that, what we can do is, whatever the props we are getting, do console log here. So here console.log, okay, to this props, save it. This will be printing on console here. Okay, so now let's expand this one, and here as you can see, I have this information data, and inside data we have all the data. Okay, so here if we are able to find this data.length, which is gonna to give me 4, right? So let's do this. Here the props dot data dot length. Okay, now save it, and let's come back. So here we will have this value 4, as you can see here. So now instead of rendering this 9 over there, we have to render this. So here the curly bracket, and paste this one and close the curly bracket. Now we can remove this console log from here. Save it, and let's come back. Okay, so here as you can see, we have number of row 4. Okay, so now what if the number of row will increase? So for that, let's copy to last row and paste again. Save it, and now the value have to be 6. So let's come back here, and now as you can see, we have 6 row and we have here 6. Okay guys, so in this video we have seen how to add your own custom button and how to override the toolbar component. Okay, so you can get the download link of this code in description of this video. If you like this content, do like, share and subscribe. See you in next video. Thanks for watching.